Hello Aries, and welcome to your May reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about for the month of May. The first card that I have is the Three of Wands. This is us looking forward to what is coming towards us from our past decisions, from our past actions and things like that, investments, and then, what is in those little boats that we see far away on the sea, slowly coming back towards us or going. So our perspective on what is coming towards us. You start the month like that, with that look out to sea, out to the future. Here I have the Pope and the Six of Pentacles. This is, the Pope is always the discernment, the decision-taking, institutions, government, the official status of our life, of our 3D life. Six of Pentacles. This is, I want to make official that I receive my due, the balance of giving and receiving. I want that to be part of my reality, be part of the keys, the doors that I open in life. I want them to be based on this. After that, I have the Nine of Swords. So you might be confronted with the how is this going to happen. This is almost like I have the knowledge that I deserve this, but how the heck is this going to be taking place in my life? Nine of Swords. That could be something like that. Under that. So, like, from where does that come from? Here I have the Four of Swords. So this is when we retract ourselves to try and understand the heartaches and the disappointments in our lives. So from that point of view, I'm looking at the perspective of what is coming towards me. I was disappointed, heartache in the past. I want to understand that, and that is from that perspective I look out. Here, when it comes to bringing this balance in my life, I have the Ten of Pentacles. So that tells me it's, for some of you, it's that what I have built until now has reached its limit, and there's a decision to be taken about it. Or we can be talking about here trying to receive from an institution that's been around for very long, family, bringing back balance into that situation, Here the anxiety is about Three of Pentacles. What shape is it going to take? How is this going to come about? What am I building per se? There was something that maybe was started. Here, if we go deeper, like how this can be happening, I have the Nine of Cups. There's that feeling, probably here, heartache, retracting oneself, trying to understand what is coming towards me, because I have the acknowledgement that the emotional investment that was put in there is not giving me anything, and I have to leave. Here you have the man leaving in the night, under the moon. So that is something, doesn't have to be leaving for real. It's leaving inside. Leaving our emotions behind, because there's this feeling that there's more out there. Because right now I'm not emotionally fulfilled, and I'm trying to heal from my disappointments, and this is the outlook I have in life. Here I have the Queen of, not the Queen, I have the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. So that tells me that somewhere inside your soul, High Priestess, High Priest, Papes, Pap. Your soul is telling you there's emotional satisfaction available for you out there. You can feel it inside of you. Your soul is telling you about this. Your soul is telling you that you can rise to a higher level of peace and serenity and all of that. And your Pope, the one that is actually going to apply it in the 3D world, talks about justice, talks about balance, give and take. And here we are in a structure that has been there for a very long time. So for some of you, it's a relationship. Others of you, it's institution, property, school, government, whatever. Okay? And here, how is this going to take shape? How am I going to actually manufacture that? There's a 5 of Cups in there. So the anxiety comes from a very negative feeling of the losses in your life. If you refer to everything you have lost or you anticipate loss, there's a good chance that this is what you are going to get. And here, this is about the 10 of Cups in the bottom of the deck here, saying that that is about the capacity to be able to see at everything and everything that has beauty, and see the wonder and the beauty in everything, and being able to share that with others. Others show us the beauty and the joy and the peace of things, and we do the same. That kind of, when the emotions are high, so high that they create a rainbow. So let's clarify this, because I think this has to do about changing your perspective on how you see what is in front of you, what is coming towards you. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Aries. Aries for the month of May. Aries. For the month of May. Talk to me about Aries, Spirit. Talk to me about Aries. Tree of Wands. What do you want to say about the Tree of Wands? Clarify the Tree of Wands for Aries for the month of May. Spirit. Okay. I have the 9 of Cups and I have the 2 of Cups. All right. Oh, but the 4 of Cups is here. So it's kind of I think there's that ambiguity of, this is what I wish, this is what I want in my life, a beautiful union that would be a wish fulfilled, but part of me doesn't believe it. 4 of Cups. Part of me thinks that it would be like everything I've lived until now. I don't see how I could be so much happier than I have been in my life right now. A bit of narrowness. So you could have those two things, and the emotional baggage that you need to leave behind is for sure that 4 of Cups and that 5 of Cups here. But per se, this is, you start the month with looking forward into receiving in those boats love and happiness. Show me the Pope and the 6 of Pentacles, because there's that feeling of, that's what I deserve. That's what would be fair. I have Strength, the Moon, and the King of Swords. And that tells me that yes, for that to arrive in your life, you have to be in your higher self and have a clear mind of, this is your one truth. Not have your unconscious tell you all sorts of things. You're lying here. This is what I've lived until now. I was hurt. I was sad. I lost. Anxiety and all of that. That is in your programming of maybe the experiences you had until now. If you act upon that with your discernment of the Pope, this is you're going to live out your unconscious. you're going to live out the anxiety. You need to listen not to the, the wolf that's going to howl in reaction at the moon and be in the reactions, but be in your higher self, the one that is in control of his mind, of what is in front, having the sword of truth. And the sword of truth, we know, is a double-edged sword. So of course we need to see clearly what is in front of us, but also have that same clarity of vision on us. And so this is when you'll be able to attain that balance, that be able to attain receiving what you are looking forward or you're making decisions on. Now, Nine of Cups. Why is the anxiety card there? Four of Cups again. Because you have a hard time seeing or believing how it's going to happen. This is discouragement. This is because you see how it starts well, and then there's that shift of, are you going to be in your lion or in your higher self? Are you going to listen to the wolf or the dog? The tamed part or the animalistic part that reacts? King of Sword has to be there. So King of Sword, when he's upright, he sees clearly. When he's reversed, he can kill you with your own mind. So this is a bit what is happening. The anxiety comes from the fact that you have a hard time to believe that you could receive happy union and happiness. So when one is looking forward, like trying to see that in their future, and part of them doesn't believe it can exist, that creates a conflict there. And it prevents the cycle, the new cycle to arrive, because we look at the Fool, he has just a small baggage there. He doesn't have a whole baggage of emotional trauma or emotional baggage that, brings him to this. So maybe you will be confronted with that during the month of May, Aries. And the universe is going to test you and give you the results of how you see things and how you react to situations. Four of Wands. Right away I have the Three of Wands again, like up there, with the Page of Sword. So this is, and here Justice. So really the will to readjust and rebalance a situation that hurt you. Trying to understand how was I hurt like that? What is behind it? How was I disappointed? And all of that, so that you can change what is coming towards you. Healing yourself so you can attract something else towards you. What is that Ten of Pentacles for Aries? So this would be for the Aries that have a tendency of negative thinking. Four of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, that is maybe at the end of his cycle, in the way that it cannot grow more than it is right now. There's kind of a hanging on or a closeness about it, being closed to it. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Go. This is reversed. The Sun, the Queen, the this and the that. Okay, that's a lot, but let's put it here. Ace of Sword. So that is good, because that is the understanding of, what creates your anxiety. Understanding that it's because you're closing your mind that things can be different than what you've always had. Magician. Judgment. The Sun. These are three major arcanas of I see clearly because I evolve and I wake up and I awaken and I rise, how I can manifest my life on a completely different level. And here I have the Queen of Pentacles. And this is allowing, it's your feminine, and it is allowing prosperity, knowing that you are enough, that you have enough to accomplish the dreams that you want. Embodying that understanding will give you the clarity of how to manifest what you want in life. So you see how it is very different with that understanding, with that clarity of the Ace of Swords. You get that. You have to pass over the 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and 9 of Swords here. That can be strong in you. But deep down in your soul, you know that that Ace of Cups is there for you. You know that it's there. Here, where that guy doesn't see it and only looks at those 3 there, that's all I've had. And on top of it, all that I've had is on the floor, spilled. Your soul knows better that you have all that it takes to manifest the life that you want, to have that clarity of understanding, and that's going to dictate what you're going to build. Are you building a cathedral or a shed? Well, it depends of how you see your capacity and what the universe wants to offer you, you know? If you think that I'll never get more than a shed, then of course that's what you're going to build. 8 of Cups. Leaving your old baggage of suffering and disappointment behind so you can have a clear new vision on what is in front of you and what can come in those boats. That is a bit the... Can you envision happiness and therefore manifesting it? Okay, so you're a bit in the 2 of Pentacles of that, because of course it is a decision, since they're showing a bit. You're going to be juggling with those 2 ideas and those 2 concepts during the month of May. Knight of Cups. How do you bring your heart out there? What is coming in the cup of the mirror in front of you? What is in their cup? The Devil. That's where your illusion can come, your limits. How much do you limit yourself into what you receive from others? If somebody was hurt and betrayed and abandoned, or, you know, whatever on those levels, it's easy to imagine that that's all what others really offer. And so you're in that shadow. So you cannot have that clarity. You will be in reactions and self-fulfilling prophecies, constantly that. This is a time in the beginning of the month here, or maybe the end of the last month or something like that. You start the month with that. The Devil, right away facing the Devil, facing what is holding you down. And it's never project the Devil on somebody else. It is not somebody else that holds us down. If they do, we let them do it. It is always from us. So the way to get out of the Devil is by taking full responsibility for the situation we are in. If not, we become the victim of situations, other people, everything that happens around us. 2 of Pentacles. This is the juggling. Jupiter, that wants to give you all that you dream for, in Saturn, in Capricorn. The Devil. So how can those 2 match? Only if you let go of the one thing that keeps you emotionally unstable. That one idea of what is reality, and choose the new one, where it would be happiness, joy. What your soul is telling you that it exists. Okay, so you are healing here. Your soul is healing so that it can start receiving more than what you have learned and had until now. And not to limit yourself in the illusion that that's all you got and that's all you're gonna get. Like somebody saying, well, that's all I've always had and that's gonna be my reality. I don't believe in love. Well, good luck. That's all you're gonna get also. So this is kind of, this month you'll be at this decision point of what is your reality. Here I have inner conflict because there's a part of you that is the wounded warrior. Yes, of course. But temperance here is maturing and making you go through this so that, you know, when we search for gold, how you bring the water and the water until there's gold in it. It's that tempering to try and purify and bring consciousness to the emotions, to grow emotionally, so that you can move to calmer waters here with your swords. 6 of Swords. So leaving behind this and leaving behind this. Everything that stirs up your waters. Okay? Like having the understanding of that. Okay, it's because I was so wounded that now I only see that when I look at the future and what is coming towards me, and this is what I need to heal. That process will be very obvious for you in the month of May. 5 of Cups for Aries. Defeatism. That's the word they want to say. Defeatism. There you go. All right. The 6 of Pentacles or the 5 of Cups. Will I start receiving my due from an overflow? Not from sacrifice and not from somebody else's sacrifice? Or will I cry spilled emotions in my cloak of darkness? This is going to be the outcome. It's going to be different for all of you because the universe is putting the situation and they're going to watch how you react. And you're going to get the reaction or the result of which path you take. How you perceive what is happening. Which are you, the dog, the wolf, the lion, or the higher self? Which one? These energies are at work. So, of course, not every Aries in the world are going to have a certain result. But what the universe is trying for you to get is that clarity on the fact that you have all that it takes within you to build something positive, something with enthusiasm, where you would have emotional fulfillment and a loving connection. It is there for you. If you see it, or if you are in your shadow crying about the past and making that your reality. That's getting out of him or not. So I would call it, you have what it takes to be happy, because the bottom line is this. This has to be like more than a mental understanding. You have to know this from the deep parts of you, like it's obvious. All right, Aries. So a lot of you will shift. This month. And I'm gonna send you all my love and light so that it is every one of you that are listening to this. So on this, my beautiful Aries, I'm gonna send you all my love and light. And thank you for watching and sharing and commenting. I read all the comments. And I know that some of you will look at what they have lived until now. And I know that it's hard when we had hard times and negative things happening to us, to keep our face looking up and believing that there is beauty for us and acting in that manner. But that's a bit what the test is all about, in a way. So thank you for the ones of you that send donations. It helps more than you think. New moon, full moon, I do a special ceremony to give you back. And on this, I send also my love and light to the ones that are suffering directly from this crazy pandemic we're having, the ones that are up front, the ones that are supporting, and the ones that are just doing their best so that the light may prevail. On this, see you next month, Aries. All right? Bye-bye. Oh, private reading, the description is below. Okay, bye-bye.